In this video we are going to talk about loops. So there are two type of loops in Python. You need to remember both of them. So first is a for loop and second is a while loop. So first of all, let us understand what is a loop. So in ethical hacking you need to automate things. You need to write a code so that you have to automate some kind of hacking things. Now if the things that you need to do repeatedly, then you can automate these things using loops. So loops is used for iterating over a sequence. So what is a sequence here? So sequence is nothing but the collection of items. Collection of items. So if you want to loop around this collection of items, then you can use loops. So for example, I'm creating list because if you remember, we learned about list earlier, and I'll just say fruits instead of giving the name is my list. So I'll just say apple is my first fruit, banana is my second fruit, and cherry is my third fruit. Now if I check the type of these fruits that I have created is a list. So we talked earlier that list contains a collection of items. Now this list is a sequence now. Now if you want to loop around this sequence of items, then you need to use loops. So for that I am using the for loop. So for each fruit in fruits, I'll just say each fruit just to make clear here. For each fruit in fruits. So what is the fruits here? These fruits is the same fruits. This fruits and this fruits is same. So I'm looping around each of these apple, banana and cherry, and I'm storing first of all apple in each fruit, and at the second iteration banana will be at this each fruit, and at third cherry will be in this each fruit. Now let us go down and let me make some space for the indentation, and I'll just print it here just saying I love these each fruit. Now inside here I need to use each fruit. Now if I hit enter, then you can see the result. I love apple, I love banana, I love cherry. So each fruit contains first of all apple, then each fruit contains banana, then each fruit contains cherry, and here I have the sentence I love each of these fruits. So it gets each of these fruit one by one and it prints right here. So this is the usage of for loop. So you are iterating over a sequence. Now next is while loop. So there are so many things inside this loop also. You need to just see the tutorial in detail if you want to learn more about them, but I'm just going into the basics. So next is a while loop. So while basically is a loop that executes a set of statements as long as the condition is true. So let us say I have the value of I. This is the variable that I have created. Now I'm creating the loop using while statement with the condition. So that means the while loop will execute until and unless this condition is true. So I'm saying while the value of I is less than 6, then you need to continue this loop. If the condition fails, this loop terminates. So I'll just say print I, nothing fancy. Now I also need to increase the value of I by 1. So in each loop I'm incrementing the value of 1. So what do you think the output will be? So initially the value of I is 1. So it checks this condition. Is the value of I less than 6? Is 1 less than 6? Yes. So it goes inside here and prints the value of I, which is 1. So 1 is printed. And then the value of I is incremented by 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2 now. So is 2 less than 6? Yes. Then again print it. So that means until and unless we reach the value of I equals 6, this loop executes. So that means the value from 1 to 5 will be printed. So this is the while loop. So until and unless this condition is true, the value will be printed. But make sure that this loop terminates at some condition. Otherwise, if you remove this line, which is I equal I plus 1, I'm not going to do that. But if you do it, then the loop continuously executes. there is not a way which exists from this loop. So that means this loop will be infinite loop. So you need to give a condition where our loop terminates, something like this. So I has to be incremented, and at some point this condition will fail and our loop will be terminated or exit from the loop.